is lowering the minimum drinking age to age 18. So if you can vote for your president, marry your partner, and enroll in the army, why aren't we allowed to have a drink at age 18? As college students, we are able to make decisions based on the fact that we are considered adults at age 18, but yet we aren't legally allowed to have a sip of alcohol. According to authors of the Department of Psychological Sciences, Julia A. Martinez, Michael Munoz, and Kenneth Shear, in the April 2009 academic journal Addictive Behaviors, a justification for the petition to lower the MLDA, which is the minimum legal drinking age, to 18 is that even though heavy drinking is prevalent in college atmospheres, it's there's more of a chance for injury within the college students if there's a group that is legally allowed to drink, which is usually third and fourth year college students, around students who aren't legally allowed to drink, which is like first and second college year students. And when that happens, it's usually more of a chance that the first and second year college students will be injured. So this change, or I am credible to speak upon this topic because I've done extensive research for about a week. This change will effectively tear down the mysteriousness of drinking alcohol among young people and increase the number of fatalities and damage associated with heavy drinking. I will first speak about how the national drinking age is causing more problems than solving any. Then I will talk about some positive outcomes. And lastly, I'll explain to you an idea John McCardle has on making sure young adults drink responsibly. I will now speak to you about how the national drinking age is causing more harm than good. So having the drinking age limit so high can cause more problems than solving any. Causing the drinking age to be high is causing students to drink behind closed doors instead of having them drink in public. According to a chairman of students for Sensible Drug Policy, Sam Tracy, in a January 23, 2014 Huffington Post, students drank behind closed doors and pregame before heading out to parties or concerts where they know they couldn't consume alcohol publicly. This makes them more likely to overdose or much more likely to get the proper medical attention if they do. So members of Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which is also known as MAD, have declared that the drunk driving rate has increased tremendously after many states decrease the minimum drinking age to 18, but that's not really true. According to a study done in 2009 by Harvard Professor Jeffrey Miron, says that any life-saving effect reduced in the states that have first raised the drinking age was only temporary. According largely in the first or 2 years after switching the minimum legal drinking age of 21. Many studies have shown that there is no relation between the drinking age and any other alcohol-related problems like vandalism, suicide, or homicide. I will just talk to you about how the minimum drinking age is causing more problems than solving any. I will now talk about the pros of reducing the drinking age. So recognizing the pros will help us understand why the drinking age should be lowered. So many people think that underage drinking is illegal in the United States, but there are 29 states that allow it if it is done on private area with parental consent, 25 states that allow it for religious purposes, 11 states that allow it for educational purposes, and there are also some states that allow it for government work-related purposes. So according to an article on procon.org, last updated April 17, 2014, some positive outcomes that can come from lowering the drinking includes traffic accidents. Fatalities are most common among newly legal drinkers, and regardless of the MLDA, state governments should have the right to establish a lower legal drinking age that reflects their unique demographics, legal conduct, and history. The website also states that lowering MLDA 21 to 18 would be good for the economy. This is because more adults would be allowed to drink in public, which means that the revenue would increase for private business owners and greater amounts of tax revenue would be collected by the government. Another positive outcome is that there are fewer drunk driving accidents and fatalities in many countries with the MLDA of 18. Before the United States raised the legal drinking age to 21 in 1984, the rate of traffic accidents in 1980 had decreased less in European countries who have the MLDA of 21. I just talked about the pros of lowering the drinking age. I will now talk about the plan John McCardle has. So for that, I have a video to show.
Today our big conversation is so important. It's about teens and alcohol. And
in the open is better than behind closed doors, and we should treat alcohol education the way we treat preparing young people to learn how to operate an automobile. We don't simply toss them the keys to the car on the day they become of legal driving age. We educate them and we license them.
Jan, I know that you very vehement.
So that was John McCardle. So in order to lower the drinking age to 18, society needs to teach young adults about how to drink responsibly. And according to John M. McCardle, Jr., the Vice Chancellor and President of the University of the South in Tennessee, in the May 28, 2012 New York Times, he states that we should prepare young adults to make responsible decisions about alcohol the same way we teach them how to drive a car. You have to first educate them, then license them and permit them to exercise the full privileges of adulthood, so long as they demonstrate their ability to observe the law. Allowing this is a way to see if young adults are ready to drink responsibly and fail to obey the laws, then, like a driving license, their drinking license will be suspended or removed. So in taking part of getting educated with consuming alcohol responsibly, it would be class mandatory in order to receive their drinking license. According to a senior writer, John Cloud, in the June 6, 2008 Times, John McCardle favors the licensing of 18 to 20-year-olds to drink after they have completed a 42-hour instruction in the history, chemistry, and psychology of alcohol. And this could even include having them sit in an AA session for 3 hours. Having young adults learn the different parts of alcohol and being part of the AA session can show them how dangerous it could be if they don't drink responsibly and what they could end up like if they become addicted. So I just finished talking about John McCardle's plan about allowing children to drink. I will now conclude my speech. So changing the MLDA to 18 will effectively tear down the mysteriousness of drinking among young teens and decrease the number of fatalities and damages associated with excessive drinking. I first talked about how the MLDA is causing more harm than good, and I talked about the pros of lowering the drinking age, and lastly I talked about the plan in order to make MLDA 18 possible. 18 is considered to be an adult, which gives you the right to adopt children, enlist in the army, get married, smoke cigarettes, and